I ran across something on Instagram that instantly just boiled my blood. But then when I watched the end of the video, it just pissed me off even more. I don't know who I'm more mad at because at some point, we have to have some type of accountability for the newer generations, for things that are going on. Before I play this video, I just want to say that these jobs do not give a shit about you. They don't respect you. They don't appreciate you. They don't even like you. Honestly, I feel like they hate you because at the end of the day, your job is supposed to be a stepping stone. Now, of course, there's different careers and whatnot, but we already see the level of disrespect with AI being introduced. But at the same time, it irritates me. You have people that are promoting AI. You'll make $5,000 a day with AI, whatever the case is, or those jobs where they're training people to make AI have more humanistic traits. Honestly, it's crazy. We're just allowing these things to come in and take jobs. I mean, at the end of the day, this is all a setup for Mark of the Beast because, cashless society, whatever the case is, right? And it's just sad to see how this is playing out through the years and what our ancestors went through, slavery, and the mental bondage that we are in currently, but we are breaking out of. But check this video out.
You will not believe this. I'm here at UPS and I'm just I have no words. So today my mom is retiring after 32 years. So just so y'all don't believe I'm here, UPS. Came here for her retirement party and only to find out that they didn't feel like she was worth the party after giving 32 years of her life. Check this out, y'all. So they did get her a cake, some balloons, but that's it. Y'all, I am livid. And it was supposed to be catered. My family is here. And they said corporate canceled it, said that she was not worth it after 32 years. UPS, you are a multi-billion dollar company. How can you not honor your employees that dedicate 32 years of service? Yeah. Happy retirement, Mom.
Thank you. Okay, so it's crazy though.
Yeah. It's crazy because her mom's older, and usually that generation, I've noticed, not all, but a lot of people in that generation, they have this mentality of if it ain't broke, don't fix it type thing. Now, I'm not saying that back then they weren't, pushing for, civil rights. I'm talking about what's going on now, today, even back then. Just the complacency level, and that's what's going on in our generations too, to a certain extent. We're waking up a lot more, but she dedicated 32 whole years of her life to working at UPS. I don't know if she was delivering or she was working in the warehouse or in the office. These companies, yes, they have billions upon billions of dollars. And if they promise something, if there's a retirement party that she's supposed to have where people come over and catering and whatnot, that's something that definitely should be upheld. I mean, really, I don't think 30 years working someplace, taking away the time out of your life is even worth the retirement party. But I mean, nonetheless, it's still something, right? It's still something that they said that they would do. Now, I did look at some of the comments. You have some of the comments saying she wasn't worth it. Doubt they said that, but their actions did. I mean, yeah, at the end of the day, when I first heard that, it was it was kind of shocking if they actually used those little words. But your actions show win, lose, draw. One thing I never regretted was betting on myself. And that's where it comes down to is, creating a relationship with the Most High. He created you for a purpose. God does everything with a purpose. There's so many, his understanding is beyond our fathoming at all. He had the thing that will make you happy, the thing that you're doing. I'm not saying that you're working at a job doesn't have its benefits as far as, like I said earlier, using it as a stepping stone for the thing that you are supposed to do. Because if you notice in this country, Fortune 10 companies, Fortune 500 companies, they're all owned by one specific group. There's something wrong with that. We have to open our eyes and realize. I'm sure if I even look up UPS, who their CEO is, who their CFO is, they're going to look a certain type of way. Now, when I say this, honestly, I feel like us as people should come all together, but Black people were the targets, are the targets, and been the targets sense. If you look at it, it says it in Deuteronomy. Because our ancestors didn't follow God's commandments, didn't follow his ways, become bondsmen and women, slavery. You know what I'm saying? Like it's us. But when you actually open up your Bible, read it for yourself, this KJV, by the way, discover for yourself, go through that moment bonding with the Lord, and it's just it's just an amazing thing. It's an awakening. And once you realize that, it'll just come to you more and more and more every day. Like companies like UPS and Verizon, AT&T, all these companies, if you notice, the black dollar is a powerful thing. Okay. Black people, yes, they said it. If you Google it, we the number one consumers of the products. For example, hair in the hair industry. I don't support wigs and stuff like that. God put it in me years ago to just get rid of all of that stuff, because at the end of the day, if you really think about it, you wearing somebody else's hair, and somebody else's energy, somebody else's whatever they feel. And you already know how the world feels about us. So, an industry where they could hate us, but that's where the primary market is. That's where they get their bread and butter from, is from insecure Black women. So I say all of this to say that we give our money to these big corporations constantly without even thought, without even thinking, because you see there's a Best Buy right there. You go get your TV, whatever. You go there, you see there's clothing store, all these big stores and stuff like that. And you literally work there. You give your life. Can you imagine give your life away for 30 whole years of your life to people that go behind closed doors and call you goyim, go behind closed doors and call you cows, all type of different slurs, all type of things. Their families were the same one. You probably with their great granddad, owned your, you know what I'm saying? Like, you think about that, like, and that's your whole life. Just, they took the physical chains off, as far as like the, physical chains of bondage, and transferred it into virtual chains. And it's like, it's just wild. Learn, know who you are. That's one of the things. Like, that's why when you go to school, I know I was traumatized when I found out about slavery, and I learned at a very young age. They make sure they teach you very young, because at the end of the day, if you don't know your worth, how can you really have confidence? How can you really hold your head high if all they're teaching you is your people have come from slaves? That's not true. That's why we need to, for the new generations, learn from this. We should be having our own thing. We should be creating our own thing. Segregation is needed, because the hierarchy of individuals that are the powers that be do not have our better interests at all. Okay. And again, whether you Black, white, whatever the case is, as long as you like money, because it don't matter what your color is. There's been white people, Black people that stab me in the back. I mean, at the end of the day, when it comes to me, you got to just prove yourself to who you are. At the end of the day, look at Black Wall Street. That's just like the main stream situation that happened. There are so many other situations that occurred that I need to look into, where Black people would try to just stay to themselves and be like, yeah, let's build, let's get this together. Clearly they don't mess with us. Like, let's try to get some stuff together, and they will come burn down the situation, literally piss on our situation, try to destroy everything, because that's just what happened. And it's not me talking. This is history. This is what happened. It's all biblical, but we need to learn from this. Train your kids. We need to build family. One thing that I noticed about, because I'm a millennial, grew up in that age of Disney Channel, Cartoon Network, and stuff like that, right? One thing I noticed about a lot of those Disney Channel sitcoms is they don't push unity in the family. You'll notice that it's usually the kids against the parents, and you notice that the kids are against each other, sibling rivalry, that they try to normalize that, make it seem like it's normal to constantly be fighting with your siblings, to constantly be at odds with your parents, and hiding things from your parents and all type of stuff, and pranking them and trying to find out ways to get over on them. talking back to your parents, talking all crazy, sneaking out and doing all this extra stuff. I mean, honestly, I feel like that was just subliminals for normalizing what the family unit is supposed to be. And that's not the case. If we work together, if we move together, really move as a unit, we could really be unstoppable. All of our money together combined can really raise us up, because at the end of the day, these corporations, yeah, they have a whole bunch of bread, but at the end of the day, they don't have God with them. So if we know that within ourselves, if we are aware of that, then we would be a major major threat. But at the end of the day, we should be trying to, teach our new generations this. Tell, when your daughter wake up, when your son wake up, let them know that who they are, let them know their real history, that could put confidence in them. It wasn't just about, that their founding fathers and this, that, and the third. No, there's more to the story. There's something that happened before that, but they don't want you to know, because that'll boost your confidence too much. That'll give you some type of sense of worth. With that being said, to be working together, love your neighbor, uplifting each other, and uplifting with one another, regardless of your nationality. If you are on God's side, you're on God's side. You know what I'm saying? But just be strong, be vigilant out there. Thoughts, comments, opinions, what you think about this situation, learning different trades, learning different things. You're very talented. There are many talents that God has given you, and you have many capabilities, and gain knowledge, gain wisdom, and gain love, because there's no love like the Most High's love. All right, be blessed.